And that's doing exactly what I want, where you're saying it's, I didn't change anything about the swing. It's starting a little bit left and coming back right.
All right, we are here at Palo Alto Hills Country Club. Palo Alto is, we're in your town.
We are in my neck of the woods.
Okay, so let's talk about your golf life in 2023 with the Paradym driver.
It was good.
You had a nice year. So you won your major, we'll call it your major,
Absolutely.
your big one. So talk to me about your relationship with the Paradym driver, because I got something better, but I just want to talk about let's look at the past for a minute.
I know there's always something that you got up your sleeve in terms of the new tech, but the Paradym was a game changer for me. Just confidence to keep the ball in play. Obviously, I can hit it a decent ways.
Yeah, you get it out there.
Just trying to keep the dispersion in and be able to find it, and that's what happened this summer. I hit a whole lot more drivers in my major than I ever have.
Yeah.
And it obviously paid off. So
okay.
I like the ball flight, I like the sound. You got the specs right from our last fitting, and it's confidence from there. So I took it to the course.
So we'll call it a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of
100. A 10 out of 10 and a trophy.
Okay, so you ready to see the new one?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to present to you Paradym AI Smoke.
The smoke.
So that's the max.
It's my first time saying this for real, for real.
So I'm gonna go through the shop talk really quick.
Hey.
We have the AI Smart Face. So what they did was they took over 250,000 golf swings from real players, not robots, not somebody like players, humans.
Yeah.
And fed all that data into the supercomputer and came up with the AI Smart Face. So essentially what this thing does is it's built to combat or mitigate the miss of every golfer out there, from John Rahm to Del Curry to Seth to Steph to everybody, right?
Del Curry doesn't have many driver misses, but everybody else, yes.
Yusuf, everybody, okay? So the face itself is the smartest face that we've ever created, and it was so good that we were able to actually take out the jailbreak, which has been the pillar of Callaway drivers for a long time, right?
Years.
So what you're gonna get out of this is ball speed across the face, forgiveness and spin retention across the face, and even better for you, you liked the dispersion, should be tighter dispersion.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you really quickly. So that's the max head.
It looks beautiful.
That's going to be your fastball down the middle for most of the players. And then this would be what you played last year, which is the triple diamond.
Triple diamond, yep.
And I tried to get him to do the triple and then one diamond, but they wouldn't do it. Yeah.
We got to keep working on it.
Yeah, so we're going to build them up, but I'm going to have you hit your gamer first while I'm building them up, just to get the baseline.
Let's do it.
Okay. So we got GC Quad. You can't do a true test without GC Quad. We got some new golf balls we're going to talk about later, but you're going to hit something close to what you have now.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're just going to have some fun. So you have Ventus, even though it's a black shaft, you have a Ventus Red 7X TR, all Steph Curried out.
What he said, that's what I have. Yes.
Paradym Triple Diamond 9 at +1.
Yes.
Okay. Steph hits kind of a cutter. So,
when I'm dialed in, that's where it's supposed to be going.
Yep.
A little left to right action.
So we're going to start you off there. I want you to hit 5, just stock shots. I'm going to get a baseline on the numbers, and we'll go from there. Is that in the box? Yep.
Yes, it is. Okay. Well, 1 for 1. That's freaking
mashed.
Beautiful.
Do me a favor. If you miss it a little bit, call it out and tell me where you missed it on the face, okay? Okay.
Feel like that was a little heely.
Okay, yep, and the numbers show us that. Launched a little bit lower, spin one up. So you're an interesting guy to watch hit balls, because typically when you're humming, your launch stays, 10 launch for you is kind of high.
Yeah.
Like when you're cruising, you're like 8, 9, and you like to see it kind of out of that window, right? Okay. So hit 3 more for me. We'll take the best 3. That was absolutely crunched.
Absolutely mashed.
Your ball speed went up 5.5 miles an hour. So that was 176.5, 315 carry at 2100 spin at 10 launch. So remember we talked about last year. If you watch the last video, last year's video was a banger, but 10 launch at 2100 spin is real fun for this. It's not fun on the golf course unless you hit it out in front of you. Right? The ball's out of your hand if there's not enough spin, okay? So we're gonna pay attention to that, because you like to hit it. You get super geeked out when you hit it far.
That part.
Okay.
And that was like the little heely, but it launched a little higher than the last one that I hit off the heel.
That was awesome. Numbers on that were really good. Okay, so those are, I would call those like Rombo numbers. 12 launch, 2,300 spin, 2,400 spin roughly at 177 ball speed. Okay, so far you like the shape. You hit 4 out of 5.
4
Pretty
out of
good.
5, yeah. 4 out of 5 were like the right launch angle. I like heel strike on 2 of them. And 2 are just absolutely perfect.
Okay, so this is a cool thing to look at. Your standard deviation, what we call like a delta, 377 RPMs in spin. So that's a great driver for you. So what I would like to see you get out of this is a little more ball speed.
Yeah, yeah.
And then out of that heel miss that you had went up to 3,100 spin. So if we can find a face, smart face, that kicks that spin down 200 or 300 RPMs, you're gonna get even more out of that strike. So let's try the AI smoke.
I like what you're telling me.
Okay, let's try this. I'm just gonna put it in the standard weight configuration. We'll mess with that in a little bit. This is a full service fitting stuff. We're gonna do this the right way.
Say what you just said about the weight.
So you have your weights. You have like a 12 gram weight in the back and I think a 6 gram weight up front. So you have the weight built for like a higher MOI version of Triple Diamond. Makes it more forgiving, it spins a little bit more. Now, you would love it if I moved the weight forward because the ball speeds would go up, the spin would go down, and you hit nukes all day. But we want to win Tahoe again, right?
That part.
We got to keep the weights like that. Yeah.
I just love the look of that thing. Look at that.
Okay, how was that one?
So that was heel for sure.
Okay.
The launch was way higher, just off of.
It was way higher. Okay, give me one more.
Yeah.
One more. Let's talk about the look really quick. So you like the look? What's the crown look like? The colorway, all that stuff. What do you think?
It's such a clean look. I mean, I like this, the slate. I have the murdered out one now, so it's obviously a little different there, but it gives you something to kind of get your eye fascinated on, but doesn't distract from, you know, me just trying to lock in on whatever shot I'm trying to hit the ball. I like to have a little fun with what I'm looking at. I don't like it to be just too boring.
I like the
and the contrast.
Yeah, see, that's why I like they did a good job on the kind of the top line there.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, I'll tell you this, man.
That's so freaking good.
So far, your ball speed's gone up 3 miles an hour, even on the one that you hit off the heel.
And that was a 13-ish.
Yeah, that's launching a little higher. So I want to fix something really quick. Let me make a couple of adjustments here. Let me see this thing. I'm actually going to put your shaft in.
You don't know how much fun I'm having right now. This is how every day should start.
That's what
Hanging
I said.
out with Johnny on the freaking
it's a nerd session.
T-box at the course and nerding out on some gear. For all 6 rounds I'm going to play during the season. Getting ready for summer 2024 already.
So we're hitting the Triple Diamond, so we're just going to go gamer to gamer, right? Mm-hmm. But the way that they made the standard head this year is last year you actually hit the head. It's called Standard Tour. It was that standard head that had the weight up front. They mimicked that for the normal version now.
Oh,
so it's more of a tour centric head. So what I'm actually curious to see with you is we're gonna hit a few more with this, but I'm actually curious to see how you hit that, especially if I move the weight, that back weight around.
Back up, gotcha.
Yeah, so we could have some fun with that one. Let me just move these weights around.
I gotta know what I'm looking at when I look at the iPad. Just nod my head and
They're all pretty good.
Looks good, yeah, I like that number. Looks good.
There we go. We're gonna neutralize the head a little bit. So I think you might do well with a more balanced head as opposed to extreme weight back and front, extreme weight back and extreme weight forward.
Uh-huh.
I think what this is gonna do is clean up the strike a little bit. And I'm actually gonna put this, take it from +1 and put it in just neutral standard.
Okay.
So the reason why you would put it in +1 is because you hit a cut and you want it to start left, right? I think what I'm kind of noticing is that
it opens it up a little bit, right?
No, it closes it.
Closes it, so it starts left to come back right. Gotcha.
So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna put it on with like this. It's gonna look a little funny because the shaft and your grip's gonna be turned around.
That's fine.
But you didn't have it lined up correctly.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So this is just neutral standard with pretty neutral weighting. And I think not only are we going to neutralize the strike, I think you actually might launch it a little lower. So your miss hits will launch a little lower, which is what we want. So I want you to just kind of feel like, once again, stock swing. Nothing snooty. And just bang it out there. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. How was that for strike?
That was pretty, yeah.
Okay, like 9.5 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hit 2 more.
So that came out way lower. That was
Came out way lower, but
10.
so like, you know, 10 at 2,300 roughly is right on the razor's edge. But now I know.
So that's gonna carry his flight though, right?
It's a good flight if you hit out in front of you, but now I know if I move a little bit of weight back, I'm gonna kick the spin up a little bit. So at least I know I got the launch there.
Got you.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
my
dude.
God, that's so freaking good.
Yeah, we're in business here.
And that's doing exactly what I want, where you're saying I didn't change anything about the swing. It's starting a little bit left and coming back right.
Rombo numbers, 178, 11.5 at 2,300. You do that all the time. Like, forget Tahoe. Like it's those are like Corn Ferry.
Don't you get me started, Johnny. Don't you?
I'm trying to gas you up for a comeback. Now we're going to be in Paradym AI Smoke Max. Remember I mentioned before it's kind of like a tour design without weight forward?
Yes, sir.
So I am giving you this obviously because I want you to hit it for feedback, but I want to see if there's a way that I can get, because your misses tend to launch a little low.
Yes.
Right? They come out like 8.5 and they either go way up and spin or they dip down and spin. I want to see if there's a version of this combo where your miss hits might kick up and launch a little bit and tighten the spin a little bit. I don't know if it'll happen. This one's kind of a guess, but we're going to try it.
All right.
Because that's what we do.
And the weight on this one has a slider weight, right?
Yeah. So I can make that thing really fade biased, which we can do for fun. Or I can make it go dead left.
Either or.
Either or.
And everywhere in between.
Dead left, yeah. Ew. How'd that feel?
That felt pretty good. I pulled that one so it started a little left of target, but it was a dead straight ball flight.
Okay, which this one will self-correct a little bit more than the triple diamond will.
Okay.
So whenever you look at a
AI smart face,
AI
that's
smart
why.
Face. Yes. So whenever you see a driver shape, like triple diamond would be, you know, vertically
stacked, yeah.
Right, it's deep face. So the higher the toe, the shorter the head, the more that the head wants to go like that, right? The more play there is in the head. When you get a long heel to toe, it doesn't want to rotate as fast. But for some players, that makes that easier to turn over, oddly enough. With irons, it's the opposite. It's easier to fade, but with a driver, it's actually easier to turn over when it's like that, because the head wants to kick around.
Over, and you have to do stuff to counter that.
Yeah. So you should hit this one slightly straighter than the other one. Ew.
Well, you got me dialed in right now. I don't care.
You're kind of hitting them all good right now.
What driver head you get?
All right, hit one more, and I'm going to move that weight. Because you're hitting this one just straight.
Yeah.
Just high and straight. 11 launch for you is like, that's sky high.
It's me looking down here.
Yeah.
Where is it?
That's like Vince Carter in the Olympics on that guy.
That part.
He jumped over him.
And then he almost took out Kevin Garnett on a celebration. At the tree.
Okay. Okay. Well, you hit this one good. Like, probably send this home. This might be like your Sunday driver. Okay, I want to do one thing on this head. Because this is fun. We're in a rabbit hole. We're just going to keep going down it. I'm going to do a couple things to this thing. I want to see if there's a version of this head. I'm going to take a degree of loft off it.
Okay.
I'm going to make it really fade biased.
Really? Okay.
Like super duper fade biased. Just to see what happens.
What do you predict that'll do to the spin?
I think it's going to kick it down. But this is for fun. This is you and I nerding out here. So you do that same routine. You do the same pregame routine. It's the same cadence, same everything, right? When you're shooting
on the
threes.
court? Yeah. edited it just a little bit since I've, like my 10th year in the league. I used to do probably like 5 minutes more of shots, but all 5 spots and then the mid-range stuff and then shoot threes at the end. So like what you saw was, I do that every game.
I'm hoping you just hit absolute power bullets with this, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Hit one more of those.
Dude,
those are cool numbers.
Nuts.
12 launch at 2200.
12 launch at 2200. 176.
But look at, like, this is the cool. So for people, like, he hits it really, like, he hits it his path, like his pole left to right. Like, we're talking about a degree here, a degree there. Like, it's like you hit it really good, which is infuriating because you're also the best basketball player in the world. So it's like the whole thing's annoying.
And that was a quick pull.
Okay. All right, we're gonna leave this alone. Let's go back to this one. I'm gonna get this one super dialed. And oddly enough, I'm gonna change shafts on you.
The pull.
So, like what you'll see a lot on tour, and I watch Kellen Watson, who's our guy that fits Rom and Xander and all those guys, is you have to, especially with good players, you have to kind of poke and prod them a little bit to see what their feels are,
right?
Like where they respond to. So you have like what I would call equipment sensitivity. Whether you can articulate it or not doesn't matter. You just know where the club needs to be at a certain point. So the fun thing with you is it's actually easier for a fitter. I can hand you the wrong thing and you'll try to adapt to it because you're a good athlete. You'll try to figure it out. But if you haven't figured it out in 3 swings, it's just wrong.
You know it's
and I
wrong.
can take it out of your hands and be like, all right, screw it, this isn't gonna work. All right, lock and load, baby. Let's hit 3 more to end this video. And so far we've gotten you 3 miles an hour of ball speed. Your spin delta is 100 RPMs tighter.
All great things.
All good things. So we made you a little longer and a little straighter.
So like that one right there, I love that in action on course, where if that's the miss and it's just a slight pull, but it stays straight like that.
But look at the ball, like dude. And the only reason the spin went down is because it was a slight pull.
Yeah.
But but you see that number is 2109.
Yep.
It's not 1800. So like you love to play, I think you went back to X, but you love to play that LS ball, but you liked it because ball go far.
Yeah.
But with that ball's going at 1800 RPMs.
X was the difference in Tahoe too.
That's why you need spin.
X got it done. Doesn't get much better than that. It does not get much better than that.
Year 2, that's a wrap.
Oh my God.
180, baby.
Woo! We got there.
We're done. So it's always cool for these videos when it really works out. So the numbers don't lie. Versus Paradym, which he won a major with, here major with. I'm just spitballing the numbers here. You got 3.5 miles an hour faster on average. You got 6 more yards of carry, and your spin delta got about 100 RPMs tighter. So I just made you longer, straighter.
Check.
And essentially the same setup you had before, just with a new head.
New head.
Yeah.
Freaking A. Appreciate you, brother.
Way to go.
Yes, sir.
If you have any more questions on AI Smoke or Steph Curry's, we got a bunch of pictures of your golf bag on my website.
Yes, we do.
World of Wonder website, CallawayGolf.com. That's what new driver fittings are supposed to look like. So I'm very happy, man, today. I want to thank Steph for having us over to Palo Alto. That's a wrap. We're done.
We're out of here.